Chetna ji, let me start today's episode with a strange question. If you catch a cold, where did that cold begin?
Easy. In the body, a virus, a germ, some bug going around maybe in the office or in the house comes with
At
the
home.
kid or
Mhm.
something.
So that is the answer almost everyone gives, right? And
Yes.
the book we are talking about today says that answer is only the very last chapter of the story, not the
Okay.
first.
Now I know. Now I'm hooked.
Yes, yes. So, welcome back, everyone, to Era of Supreme Peace. I am Mona.
And I'm Chetna.
Mhm,
And today we are diving into a book called Soul Healing.
mhm.
It's drawn from the spiritual teachings of Bapuji Dashrath Bhai Patel.
So true. And it makes one big, bold claim that runs throughout the whole book. Disease does not start in the body. The body is just where it finally becomes visible.
Mhm.
Mhm,
So, if the body is the last stop, where is the
mhm.
first stop? And that's
Yes,
basically the like whole journey of today's episode.
yes, yes, yeah. So, hmm.
So, moving to that, who is Bapuji?
Mhm.
So, before we get into this idea, let's quickly talk about our adorable Bapuji. He is he is because the teachings make more sense once you know the man who is talking about it, whose
Hmm.
teaching we are talking about.
Yes. So Bapuji, the full name is Bapuji Dashrath Bhai Patel, was born in 1956 in a small village in Mehsana district of Gujarat in India. So we can say very poor family. As a child, he walked barefoot, thorns in his feet, spending hours alone in the fields. His childhood, yeah.
Yeah, and there is this detail I love. At just 6 year old, he was already arguing with God.
Right. He kept asking, why are you silent while humanity is suffering? That one ache, wanting to end human suffering, basically shaped his entire life.
Wow. And here is the twist. He wasn't always a mystic. Early on, he was a very successful lawyer in Ahmedabad, India, studied accountancy and then law.
Hmm. And then he gave it all up. In 1997, he founded a spiritual institution, Vishparvartik Ishwarya Vidyalaya, with one goal to transform this world of suffering into an eternal divine world.
Such a wonderful journey because he was also income tax officer. He
Mhm,
was at his time he was
mhm,
well known and like some people called him VIP.
mhm.
And they say on those days he would give spiritual discourses for
Yeah.
18 hours straight without a break after
Wow.
opening that
Yeah.
ashram.
Hmm. And what he was describing in those discourses, a structure of creation, the galaxies, the multiverse, and the inner machinery of the human being.
Mm,
That is the raw material this book is built on. Mhm.
yes. So which brings us the machinery.
Excuse me. Mhm.
Monaji, like let's break it down for me.
Yeah. So, the foundation of everything in this book is one idea. You are
Mhm.
not one body, you have three.
Three bodies.
Mhm.
And what are these? Those?
Yeah. The first one is the physical body. We call it Sthul Sharir in Hindi. This is the one you can see and touch. It's made of earth and water elements in the
Physical
book's
body.
language, we can say. Yeah.
Yeah. And inner body? I mean to say, in the third one?
Yeah. The second one is the subtle body, and we call it Suksham Sharir. This is the energy layer connected to air and fire elements. It holds your emotions, your inner movement, and your impressions.
Okay.
And the
Mhm.
third one is the deep one, the causal body. In Hindi, Karan Sharir. The
Right.
book connects it to the space, the ether element. And this is the layer where everything is
Okay.
recorded.
So it's recorded like a hard drive.
Yes, that is a great way to put it.
Mhm.
The causal body is like a recording system. And here is the key rule of the whole book: each layer affects the next one.
Or actually, what does that meaning? Each layer affects the next one?
Yeah, so the causal body is disturbed. When the causal body is disturbed, it pushes that disturbance into the subtle body.
Okay. Okay.
And when the subtle body is disturbed, it pushes into the physical body.
Mhm.
So, a problem that looks physical is very often the final result of a disturbance that started much, much deeper at causal level. Yes.
I see. So the body is honestly just the messenger by the time you see the symptom. The
Yes.
message has already traveled in three floors down, like
Yes.
from subtle to your physical body.
Yeah, that is perfectly said, Chetnaji. And as the book puts it, disease begins in the causal body and then moves outwards. Yes. In the
Okay,
inner layer, we can say, and then moves outwards
moves
to
out.
subtle and then physical. Yes.
So wonderful to know this
Hmm.
inner wisdom.
Yes.
So, moving to the next part of the book, like why modern medicines are temporary.
Hmm.
So, like Monaji, I have to push back a little bit because medicines clearly works. It gives us instant result, right?
Mhm.
Surgery saves the lives. Are we just throwing that out?
No, and the book is careful here. It says medicine, surgery, physical treatment can help the physical body.
Right.
They can reduce the pain, remove the damaged tissue, and improve the symptoms. But
Okay.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but they only work on the top layer, the physical layer, right?
Right.
And they do not erase the deep record
Record.
stored in the causal body. And
Mm-hmm.
that is why the book says modern treatment often gives you only temporary relief.
So that's why some illness keep coming back.
Yes, right. If the root is not resolved, the disease can turn, it can return, change its form, or, and this is the big claim, I mean, we can say, even continue it into another lifetime.
Okay, right.
Because
Because it's
that
record.
record travels with the soul. Yeah.
Right, right. As you said, there are three bodies, so in that
Mhm.
it's recorded in the causal body. So,
Yes, yes, yeah.
and Monaji, sometimes the you take the medicine for one disease and it generates the other another issue to
Yes,
other part of the body. Sometimes
yes, yes. The side effects of the medicine.
side
Yes.
effects. So there is a line here that the really stuck with me. The book makes this distinction. Medicine treats the physical body,
Mhm.
blessings, dua affects the subtle body. But the
Mm.
causal body can only be healed by the divine light and
Yes,
soul's own power.
yes, yes. So, medicine helps the physical body, but divine light is needed for the causal body. That is the heart of it, heart of this book.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Hmm.
So, the real cause, mind and thought. So,
Hmm.
let's go to the first stop.
Yeah.
If disease doesn't begin in the body, where does it begin? Let's
In the
find out.
mind, in the mind, in thought.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So just thoughts that feels almost like too simple. It's because we know that every day we have
Yes,
many thoughts.
yes. It is simple, but is cumulative. The book is clear that a single upsetting event will not usually create a disease.
Mhm.
One bad day doesn't make you sick.
Okay, so like good because I have a lot of bad days.
Yes. Do not we all? But it is the repetition.
Mm-hmm.
Repeated sadness, excuse my voice, repeated sadness, fear, anxiety, worry, emotional disturbance over and
Hmm.
over leaves a deep imprint. And book calls it a sanskar or attribute in English. Yes.
Yeah.
It
So
becomes the impression. Yes.
right, it creates a patterns.
Mhm.
So a groove worn into the mind.
Mhm. Exactly. And over time, that groove becomes a cause,
I see.
something that later surfaces as illness in the subtle and physical body. So when Bapuji says again and again, do not be overly emotional, do not live in constant sadness, do not choose a life full of stress. It's not just a nice advice, it is a medicine.
Wow,
Yes.
this is wonderful
Mhm.
statement. And there is this beautiful counter idea in
Mhm.
here too, the power
Mhm.
of mental silence.
Yes, yes. So, one of the most powerful teachings in the book is thought free silence,
Thought free.
Vichar Shunya Maun in Hindi.
Yes.
The idea is when the mind goes quiet, the soul's energy is conserved instead of leaking out.
Hmm. Yeah, that reminds me Hindi saying of Bapuji, man ka mon nahi rangat laega.
Yes, yes, yes. The
So there is
silence of mind. Yes.
silence of mind. So there is actually practical guidance for it also. Speak less, spend time in solitude, avoid crowded, noisy places, keep
Mhm.
an inner silence.
Hmm. And Bapuji also has this lovely phrase, Antarmukhi Sadasukhi.
Sarasuki.
That means the one who turns inwards is always at peace. When the mind goes in silence, the space element grows. Note this point. And that is
Yes,
what strengthens the causal body.
right.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Antarmukhi Sadasuki, I love this. So the causal body as a recorder. So we know that, as you mentioned, that let's go deeper into the causal body because this is where it gets really interesting and little wild too.
Yeah,
That
yeah. So the causal body records everything you repeatedly think, you
Mhm.
feel, and you do. And the karmic impressions, emotional wounds, hidden disturbances, they all get written into this layer. Mm.
and this is where the multi-lifetime idea comes in.
Right. The book says a problem that begins in one life can carry forward into the next because the second record travels with the soul. Because the record travels with the soul. So, some diseases, a heart condition, cancer, a deep disorder might appear suddenly in this life, but it was already coming through the past.
Right. So there's one. There are few questions about silence and all. I think there would be an answer below it. So if it is not answered, definitely we will cover it.
Yes, yes,
Thank
yeah.
you for your patience.
Mhm,
But the so suddenly in this life, as you said, the record was actually sitting in the causal body for a long time, and
mhm.
before the symptom ever showed up. This
Yes,
is what Bapuji mentioned.
yeah. So, in book, a name is given etheric cells in the causal body that store the vibrations of the karma.
Yes, so etheric is like a Akash Tattva, like a space
Yes,
element,
ether element.
ether
Yes.
element.
Mhm.
So which honestly reframes that the frustrating thing where someone lives in a clean, healthy life and still gets the sick for no obvious reason. And
Yes.
I've seen this. People
Yes.
are so they are taking care of their fitness very well, but
Yes.
still
Yes.
they get some or other disease
Yes.
suddenly.
Yes. Exactly. The point the book makes, if the cause is not physical and is not even from this lifetime, then physical treatment alone is never going to be fully solve it.
Right.
Hmm.
So, what's the first line of the defense? Because this could feel hopeless for
Hmm.
some people.
Chetnaji is not hopeless, and the first step is surprisingly grounded lifestyle. Three core principles. Number one is avoid emotional turmoil. Number
Hmm.
two, avoid a stress filled life. And stay mentally stable. So, protect the causal body from further damage while you do the deeper work. So, if you're working on yourself, connecting to the divine, and cleaning your causal body, in the meantime, follow these three principles.
Right.
And
So,
as
mm,
the book puts it, negative thoughts create deep records that do not disappear easily.
right. So, what I understand, Monaji, is like changing your thoughts and not getting entangled with worries and tension. It is important to learn the wisdom that what is right and go for the soul
Yes,
consciousness, means soul knowledge plus Brahma Gyan, as Bapuji mentioned.
so true. Yeah.
So now there is an entire chapter on something incredibly current, depression, and the number in here stopped me.
Yeah, it's very striking. The book says 70 to 80% of people today are affected by depression
Depression.
because of their desires and expectations go unfulfilled. So,
And the mechanism is described as so recognizable. A depressed person keeps replaying the same negative thought,
yes,
and that constant repetition makes that negative energy stronger inside.
yeah. And then it doesn't stay in the mind, it deepens emotional pain and contribute to physical illness too. So the
Right.
book really wants you to understand the root of the depression, not just the surface.
And the root point too is ego.
Yes,
This is constant me and mine.
yes, right. The desire for name, fame, success, recognition, materialistic comfort, and when those desires are not met, the mind becomes restless and then disappointed, and then it slips into sadness.
So what's the way out? Because just stop wanting thing is easier said than done, right? It's
So
not
true.
possible in
Yes, yeah.
today's world.
Chetnaji is gradual. It's a gradual process. The first step is
Yes.
to slowly stepping back from unnecessary desires,
Mm.
stepping out of the race for name and fame, freeing yourself from emotional attachment, any kind of emotional bondage. There is even a term for that state. Bapuji says, Nashto
Mm.
Moha Smriti Labda.
Smriti
That
Labda.
means where attachment dissolves and clarity arises. So,
That is so true because
hmm,
the see, if somebody is in trouble, he
mhm,
wants to get out of the trouble. But the
yes,
thing is that he is so into it that he's not able to find the solution, proper solution. So, as Bapuji said, where is the attachment? If when attachment dissolved, then only the clarity arises that what needs to be done to fix this problem, right?
so true. Yes, yes,
And there is a really practical one in here, stop reacting to the negative words.
yes. It's so uh, profound idea. Stop reacting to negative words.
Negative words.
Yeah. A lot of depression grows because people keep chewing on what others said about them. The
Yeah, keep going in the
yes, yes,
mind.
yes.
That
The book
continues.
describes the wise person differently. They see the wise person, they see, but they do not get disturbed. They hear, but they do not generate a reaction inside. Hmm.
So the mind doesn't form the any sanskar, which is like a pattern or habit, out
Mhm.
of every little external event.
Yeah,
And it's an external event.
right. And the real protection it offers is soul consciousness. When you constantly remember the supreme power and live a life of Karam Yogi, we can say the soul's awakening gets stronger. I mean, doing every day routine work, you are in remembrance of the Supreme. So your soul's awakening gets stronger, the mind stays stable, and outside negativity just loses its grip. It doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like work on ourselves.
Yes. Yeah. Pay attention to your thought, your reaction to things, and
Mm.
stay in that infinite knowledge, and stay with the feel the company of the Supreme Father always with you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Right. So, which the book sums up beautifully, the mind must become happy and peaceful if the body is to become strong.
Yes. Yeah.
So, now let's move to the part three. This is one might be a little spicy because the book gets honest about the healers themselves.
Hmm, hmm. The truth about the healers. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
The book says that healing works by a transfer of power. But
Mm.
this is the catch, the quality of
Mm.
that power matters enormously. Quality of that power. Yes.
So, meaning not every healer is transferring something good.
Yeah, exactly. The book says many modern healers do not have stable inner strength. So, what they transfer is
Mm.
limited. And some might
Right,
even
right.
pass on their own confusion, emotional imbalance, or negative energy. So, you have to be very careful.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, so just calling something like healing
Mhm.
doesn't automatically make it safe.
Yes, that is the warning. By contrast, the book describes the ancient sages and saints. They healed from a completely different source. They
Right.
connected directly to the supreme, formless, supreme reservoir of power and drew from there. No personal
Hmm.
ego, no business model, just keep deep meditation and a supreme connection.
Wow. And the book lays out the true method of healing in three steps, right?
Yes, yes. The three steps are number one is knowledge, understanding the laws of karma and the structure of the soul. Second is soul consciousness, actually experiencing I am not the body, I am a soul. And number three
Mm.
is connection to the supreme reservoir through meditation and remembrance. Then divine light enters the soul and slowly repairs your causal body.
Wow.
That's the
So that
ultimate healing.
reminds me that there is a book also, Law of Karma.
Mhm. Yes, yes.
So we will share that. So, and the book is very specific about where that ultimate power comes from. It doesn't even let angels off the hook.
Yeah. It really doesn't. You know, it says angels, subtle beings, deities, ordinary human healers. All of them, as Bapuji mentioned before, have limited power. The real infinite source is the supreme authority. the supreme
Hmm.
reservoir from which true divine light flows.
So wonderful. So message is don't depend only on the external help. Turn inwards, become the soul conscious, connect to the supreme source, supreme father
Yeah.
by
So,
yourself instead of external.
yes, because only divine light can change the causal body at the deepest level. And that
Yeah,
leads
because
to the
it's its pure
highest
form.
state. The book
Hmm.
describes the karmatiti state, beyond the bondage of the karma.
Wow. So Monaji, please share some about this karmati state because it
Mm.
is sound like a final boss level thing.
Yes, yes. It kind of is. So, the karmatiti state, the causal body is 100% charged. While
Wow.
doing your actions, you are connected to the supreme authority. The causal body is 100% charged. And all the
Hmm.
negative karmic impressions are burnt away. The soul becomes incredibly powerful and free from the cycle of karma driven suffering. So beautiful.
Wow.
Mm.
And as the book says, that ultimate healer is the supreme authority, the highest source of power, the powerhouse, the pure
Yes,
power, right?
yes.
So that can heal, so direct connection. And to know how to connect, you
Mhm.
can listen the videos of Bapuji and on this channel also. So you will understand how to connect to the Supreme Father.
So true.
Now, there is a really timely stretch about the immunity that the
Mhm.
claim is direct.
Yes, very direct. The book says when the mind is sad, the body's immunity weakens.
Mhm.
So, mind has to become strong first. If the mind is full of sadness, fear, or inner disturbance, the body cannot stay strong for a long time.
So that means happiness and peace aren't just a feel good factor, they are literally building the inner defense.
Yes, right. The happiness, peace, remembrance of the Supreme, daily spiritual connection. These build inner strength.
Mm.
A happy, stable mind supports the subtle body, and the subtle body supports the physical body.
Right.
So, how important
And
it
then,
is. Yeah.
yeah, but Manoj, it's so difficult nowadays. Until unless somebody is following this gyan, it's
Mhm.
difficult for
Mhm.
to stay happy.
Yeah.
And then it widen out the environment. So if you are happy, then it spreads out that
Those
vibes,
vibrations and affects the environment. Yes.
vibrations.
Yes. The book says disease is linked to your surroundings. The negative
Hmm.
environments, polluted vibrations, bad company, emotional
Yep.
contamination. You absorb the state of your surroundings the way the body absorbs the air it breathes. Same.
Wow. Which is why it recommends and careful
Mhm.
company, calm surroundings, a
Mhm.
pure mental atmosphere, a clean home, clean thoughts, clean remembrance, creating a kind of healing field.
So true. And then there is the part on viruses, which is very fascinating. The book says
Mm.
microorganisms are made of the same five elements as all living bodies.
Ah, ah,
The difference is
okay.
their negative vibrational nature, which lets them enter a body, multiply fast, and disturb the system.
It's so interesting.
Mhm.
And the response it offers isn't the ignore medicine,
Mhm.
it's also built inner strength. Like
Mhm.
through happiness, peace, mental stability, and spiritual awakening, a strong mind and a strong immune system resisting together.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's a combination.
yes. And now we jump into complete spiritual healing. So, this all builds to part four, complete spiritual healing. And the definition is very important. Complete healing is not just removing symptoms, it is charging the soul with divine power.
Right. And there is an order to it?
A cascade, when the soul receives divine light, the causal body begins to charge. Then the subtle
Mhm.
body improves. And as a result, the physical body starts to change. But, and the book is honest about it, it's not instant. It is a deep inner journey. It's not going to happen in a
Yeah.
day or two. So it needs practice and the remembrance of the Supreme.
Patience.
Yeah, yes.
So you have to live as a soul, not as a body,
Yes,
to achieve
exactly.
this.
Exactly. You have to live as a soul consciousness,
Yes.
not as a body. So remember the source, stay in self awareness, let divine power enters the system, and then the old negative records start to burn away. And you actually feel the difference. When I started doing meditation, started getting connected, I felt a big difference. Yes.
It's true. After this knowledge,
Yes.
we are
Yeah.
changed. The small problems which used to irritate us,
Yes.
now it becomes negligible.
Yes. Yes.
It's the wonderful because of the wisdom. The
Yes.
wisdom we get from the
Mhm.
knowledge, it
Mhm.
reminds us, okay, this is not to, worry about.
Yes. Yes.
Let's move
Yeah.
forward.
Yes. So true. Yeah.
So there is this striking symbol in this chapter called Pandava versus Kauravas.
Yes. These words are used for two kinds of thinkers. The Kauravas
Mhm.
represent destructive thinkers, those who spread negative
Mhm.
thoughts. And the second one is the Pandavas represent the protective, transforming thinkers, those who spread peace and liberation.
Yeah, so that means one should decide which side they are, this
Yes,
side or that side.
yes, yes, yes,
And the book suggests the destructive thinking is the dominant right now in the
yes.
environment. So it
Mhm.
takes conscious effort to transform our thoughts towards the peace. It requires
Yes.
the efforts and determination.
Yeah. Pay attention to your
So the
thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts. Yes.
exactly.
Mhm.
So the lifestyle of a healthy soul.
Mm.
So then it gets practical again. The lifestyle of a healthy soul. Do we have a checklist, Monaji, for that?
A life of peace, less
Yes.
emotional turmoil, less
Hmm.
unnecessary social pressure, more inner
Hmm.
silence. The book says when the soul stops constantly reacting, it becomes stronger. When the mind learns
Okay.
to stay calm, it becomes lighter.
Hmm. It keeps coming back to those same anchors thought free silence, solitude, fewer unnecessarily connections, and remembrance of the Supreme Father, Almighty Authority.
Yeah, Chetnaji, because a healthy soul doesn't live in constant stimulation. It lives in awareness, inner cleanliness, and a stable connection to the Supreme Reservoir.
And the one core solution it offers inner transformation, self reflection, remembrance of the Supreme, developing love and inner strength. The book says these purify the aura, and the pure aura transforms incoming negativity instead of absorbing it. So this is so wonderful. The aura
Hmm,
it
hmm,
takes the negativity, but it transforms instead of
hmm.
absorbing it.
Yes, yeah. And there is a shift, it really emphasizes moving from body consciousness to soul awareness.
So, mm,
So, too much attachment to the body creates fear and sorrow. But focusing on the soul keeps the mind stable even in crisis. Mhm.
so true. And knowledge itself becomes the kind of armor here.
Hmm. Beautifully said. When you understand the bigger picture, the time cycles, the laws of karma, fear decreases, acceptance grows, and the mind stays
Right.
calm even in adversity, and the aura becomes pure and white. So, knowledge is not just information, it is a protective state of consciousness.
Which the book captures as a soul conscious, calm, and spiritually connected life in the true protection.
Yes. Mm.
So there is a final chapter, I guess, and it's like a final warning.
Mhm.
The book ends on something very serious note, a
Mm.
final warning, chapter
Yeah.
12, when
Mhm.
medicines stop working. When medicines
Yeah.
stop working.
Yeah. It's a sober note, Bapuji Dashat Bhai Patel warns that the coming time will bring extreme negativity in the environment. Polluted air,
Hmm.
emotional breakdown, mental disturbance, a rising burden of disease. And in that state, ordinary medicines will not be enough because the mind itself will be deeply affected.
And he describes today's environment has already saturated physically and mentally. Pollution from petrol, diesel, industry, poison in the air, and alongside it, negative human thoughts, creating a subtle mental atmosphere that people keeps absorbing.
Yes. And it
It's so
follows the
bad.
same chain we have talked about in our all episodes. Thought to subtle body to physical body. When the mind
Mhm.
declines, the body eventually follows.
But and I think this is important. The book is clear. This chapter isn't mean to scare you.
Yes. It says that it's not written to create fear, it's written to create readiness.
Very
Mhm.
nice. Yes, prepare.
So the message is to prepare the mind now, prepare the
Mm.
soul now, build inner strength now. Because when external support weakens, only inner truth will
Oh.
remain.
And the closing image is gorgeous,
Mhm.
creating an atmosphere of the supreme peace.
Supreme
And you
peace.
said
It
everything.
is. Yes. Fill the mind, your home, the environment with peaceful awareness. Hold soul consciousness while doing your everyday work. Replace worry with the
Mm,
calm observation because inner peace is contagious. It transforms both the person and the surroundings. That is the
wow.
beautiful.
I like this contagious. It's not
Yes,
the
yes,
virus
yes,
contagious, it's the inner peace is contagious.
yes, yes, yes.
Wow.
Mhm.
And there is this final line that ties the whole book together. Whatever
Mhm.
exists in the universe also exists within the body. So the
Mm.
body is like a micro universe.
Yes, body is a micro universe. So we transform the universe within. Fill it with the
Mm,
vibrations of supreme peace, and the
supreme peace.
outer environment will change too. And only then does the soul truly experience peace.
Such a wonderful Monaji.
Mhm.
So bring us all the way back that cold I thought at the start of the episode. Where did the really begin?
Yes. Well, according to this book, not in your nose. The cold doesn't begin in your nose, maybe in a thought, repeated a
Mm,
thousand times, a groove
oh
in
my
the
God.
mind. a record in the causal body,
'Cause-
and the body
Hmm.
was just the last one to find out.
Wow. So
Wow.
whether you take that in literally or as a powerful metaphor, there is something undeniable, useful in it. The idea that calming the mind, softening attachment,
Hmm.
and protecting your inner peace, real health work, not a luxury.
Yes, that is the takeaway. I am carrying. Heal the deepest layer, and the outer layer follows. Mhm.
Wonderful. So the book is like soul healing. So book is soul healing based on teachings of the Bapuji Dashrath Bhai Patel. There are reference videos of these discourses linked
Mhm.
in the book
Mhm.
itself. If you want to go deeper into it, the original source, listen to him, listen from his voice directly.
Yeah, and take care of all three of your bodies. First the causal body, then the
Take
subtle, and the physical. If you
yes,
take care of your
and
causal body, your physical body will be perfect. Yes, but you
perfect.
have to.
Now we will take this question. Maybe we have answered, but just
Mhm.
so one
Mhm.
question was: does chanting a mantra
Mhm.
does to the core mind? What does
Mhm.
chanting a mantra does to the core mind? So chanting mantra depends what mantra you are using. Please go
Mhm.
ahead,
Yeah,
Manoji.
if you use the supreme peace, like we use the Param Shanti, that is the highest vibration. And once you are in that vibration, you will connect to the Almighty Authority, and you can draw the power from there, and it will clean
Hmm.
all the negative impressions from so many lifetimes in your causal body. And that helps big time to clean your subtle body, and the physical definitely will be healthy. Yes.
Well, healthy, and it is helping the answer to the next one is like
Yes.
once you do that, you
Mhm.
receive the power and love from the Supreme. And
Yes.
once you get that, you like to stay in silence by your own with the presence of Supreme and your presence. And that
Yes.
love and blissful state, doesn't require forceful silence and sitting in the silo. It
Right.
automatically becomes the practice,
Automatically it becomes a,
but it requires the
yes,
practice.
yeah, a
Yes,
practice. Yes, so keep doing it. It will help. It's helping us. That's why we are here and giving this message from Bapuji Dashrath Bhai Patel. Read his books, listen to his videos, thousands of videos on so many different topics. Anything, and your questions will be answered there. So thank you so
yes.
much.
Any questions? Yes,
Yes,
thank
yeah.
you. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much,
much.
Monaji.
Yeah, yeah. So
Param Shanti.
Param Shanti. We will come back with next episode. See you then. Have a wonderful day.
Yes,
Supreme peace.
have a wonderful day.
Param Shanti.
Param Shanti.